Journal Gazette has the goods on the crime wave in Fort Wayne. Police say a double shooting at a Fort Wayne apartment just before sunrise that left one man dead and another seriously injured was the result of an attempted home invasion. About 6:20 a.m. Monday, officers were called to 1680 Reed Road at the Black Bear Creek apartment complex, according to Michael Joyner, a police spokesman. If this death is ruled a homicide by the Allen County Coroner's Office, according to the Journal Gazette, it would be the 40th of 2013 for Allen County and Fort Wayne combined. People, that's a lot of mayhem and murder in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A lot of people are going to tell you, including these police, that most of these homicides are the result of gang violence, so gang retaliations, largely a bunch of the big guys at the top trying to balance the books. And if certain individuals can't balance these books, if they can't pay in money, well, they have to pay in blood. You're going to have a lot of people in Fort Wayne, a lot of good people gathering at these churches and other places talking about how can the community stop all this violence. You're going to have, over the weekend, as reported by Glenda Hatchett, by the Journal Gazette, November 4th, 2014. This has to do with Judge Hatchett. You know, the TV judge, Judge Hatchett? Well, Judge Hatchett, TV judge, came to Fort Wayne. According to the Journal Gazette, Judge Hatchett flew to Fort Wayne this weekend for two reasons. To speak about the My Brother's Keeper program at Imani Baptist Temple, and to address the spike of violent crimes and homicides plaguing Fort Wayne's southeast quadrant. Judge Hatchett, she does go on to say, at this recent visit to Fort Wayne, these problems of violence in Fort Wayne, in the southeast quadrant, these problems are not something the government and the police can solve by themselves. The solution has to come from the bottom up in what we do and how we do it. I'm going to agree with that. It's a sensible comment. Okay, now in the midst of all this, Judge Hatchett says something that just strikes me as funny. It's very amusing. Most teen pregnancies and most violence happens from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. That's because there are not enough watchful and helpful eyes during that time. Now that's funny to me because in the midst of all this mentoring talk, which again, these mentoring programs are going to be good for young people and for our society at large. I'm not hating. But Judge Hatchett saying that most teen pregnancies and most violence happens from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, in Fort Wayne, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., well, that's when the Pat Miller program on WOWO-AM and FM, well, that's when that mug airs, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So Judge Hatchett is basically saying that most teen pregnancies and violence is happening during the Pat Miller program. Funny. All right, people, let's move on to national news. A lot of people are aware of this National Security Agency whistleblower or snitch, Edward Snowden. The guy who revealed all these National Security Agency spy secrets, especially secrets about these mugs spying on United States citizens, not guilty of anything. But it seems like the American media didn't get its collective panties in a bunch until it was revealed that Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, had her cell phone tapped by the NSA. And then you had some of these other foreign leaders, like from Brazil and Spain and France, upset about NSA spying. In Washington, October 29th, began the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence hearings on FISA reform. Now, FISA is the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. And so, these recent congressional hearings had a lot to do with some of this National Security Agency spying because of this Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. So, you're going to have the chairman of this House Permanent Select Committee. Well, his name is Mike Rogers. Mike Rogers is the chairman of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. One of the people testifying during these hearings is a guy named Stefan Vladeck. Vladeck is a professor of law and associate dean for scholarship at American University, Washington College of Law. Okay? So there's an exchange that you can find on Slate.com in which Slate quotes the House Intelligence Chair saying, "You can't have your privacy violated if you don't know your privacy is violated." And so you can see the video of this exchange from C-SPAN, this exchange between Mike Rogers and Stefan Vladeck. Mike Rogers, the House Permanent Select Committee chairman is going to say, I would argue that maybe the fact that we haven't had any complaints come forward with any specificity arguing that their privacy has been violated clearly indicates in 10 years, clearly indicates that something must be doing right. Somebody must be doing something exactly right. I know that's a confusing quote, but that's just what the guy said. Mike Rogers believes that since nobody's complaining about this NSA spying, that there's no problem. But Stephen Vladeck asks, but who would be complaining? Mike Rogers replies, somebody whose privacy was violated. You can't have your privacy violated if you don't know your privacy is violated, right? Can you? That's Representative Mike Rogers of Michigan. You can't have your privacy violated if you don't know your privacy is violated, right? Can you? Vladeck says, I disagree with that. I mean, I think if a tree falls in the forest, it makes a noise whether you're there to see it or not. So Representative Mike Rogers of Michigan says, that's a new interesting standard in the law. We're going to have this conversation, but we're going to have wine because that's going to get a lot more interesting. That's enough news for now. I'm Dean Robinson, and this is the Dean J. News Beat.